Hey everyone, this is going to be the first of many Begnosis videos that I'm going to start recording on our Begnosis YouTube channel. I know we have a few videos on there, but we're going to start being more consistent, or I'm going to start being more consistent in recording videos on how to help yourself, how to help your well-being, updates on Begnosis, and overall trying to work on the whole idea of it and preventing disease before it happens. So I guess before we get started, a quick update. We have a couple events this weekend. Saturday we have an event in San Pedro, Hot Import Nights from 4 to 10 p.m. in downtown San Pedro. Should be great. The wellness truck will be there with organic food, CBD products, herbal teas, things like that. So come out if you're in the area and enjoy good music, entertainment, race cars if you're into that, and the wellness truck. And then Sunday we have another event at the Audubon Park in LA, and it's like a blacksmithing event where we'll have the wellness truck again. Same products, same great products, CBD products, so on and so forth. So come out and check it out. And also we are, moving forward with all our other ventures with the cannabis bar and other great new ideas that will be developed and shown to you in the future. So that's a quick update. And now to let's kind of talk about what this video and what this topic of this video is going to be about. And that's going to be about the essence of why I'm creating what I'm creating and seeing everything I'm creating. So yesterday I watched the movie Unrest. And the movie Unrest is about a woman who dealt with chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, I'm going to butcher the name, myalgic encephalitis. And she kind of goes through her journey about trying to get better and everything she's dealt with, and then in turn shows all these people deal with something that's very unknown. Lyme is very similar. A lot of people who have, there's a crossover with ME and chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, and Lyme, that a lot of people deal with Lyme as well. So, but overall I'm looking at this and I'm looking, I look at groups. I look at how much people suffer. I look at, how much I suffered the last 5 years, everything I've gone through, and I look at everything and that being the essence of why I created what I'm creating. And it's really heart-wrenching, to be honest. Like, nobody should suffer like this. Nobody should suffer the way we suffer. And, I've kind of made it my job, through the universe and through everything, that I would help try to prevent this from happening. And that's why I'm, essentially everything I'm doing and I'm creating what I'm creating. It's almost like there's a force bigger than me in creating Begnosis and creating this, because there's so many people that are suffering every day. I'm lucky that I've gotten to this point. I'm not saying that I'm quite 100%. I'm not saying that I don't still deal with, like inflammation or certain things that still are quite, I quite don't feel like I should, but it's a whole different level right now. At least I feel like I'm now in a place where I can like thrive and get to the place of creating, Begnosis and creating the life I want to live, and therefore in a place where to really help people. And we're not even talking 10 people, we're not talking 100 people, we're not talking 1,000 people, we're talking hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions of people suffer every day, constantly, day in and day out. And the reality is there's ways to, in my opinion, and part of why I'm creating what I'm creating, in preventing this and doing something about it. And, and the suffering does not need to happen. And I'm not saying like there's such thing as like perfection, or no disease can ever exist, or things like that. I mean, things happen, but there is so much junk and so much things that, one, I think we don't know about, and two, we're not researching, and three, our medical system isn't helping, that is creating a lot of these problems. So I made it my goal to try to change all of that, whether it be from, the wellness truck, or whether it be from the website, or whether it be from algorithms I create, or, so on and so forth, trying to provide information, research, education, or things like that, because I firmly believe anything is curable, and I firmly believe that, there's a way of preventing disease from actually happening. I mean, I see it a certain way. My mind sees it a certain way, and I see all these people suffering. I'm like, okay, so how do we solve the answer? I know there's an answer out there, and I feel like that's essentially the core of everything that I'm doing in every aspect. And my goal is I want to be big. I want Begnosis to be as big as Amazon. I mean, if and when Begnosis is as big as Amazon, then I can make that impact. Because right now, there is no company, no corporation, whether it be Whole Foods or Amazon or eBay or Apple or so on and so forth, that is big enough that is actually focusing on getting to the core issue of getting rid of chronic disease. And that is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make this small little company that only a few people get help and a few people this. I want to make it so big that it has that same impact that Amazon has had on making shipping for every single person easier, or that Apple has for making everybody who creates, everybody with technology to make technology and work and everything else easier. So why not? Why can't there be a company that looks at all these people that are suffering and looks at all these things that are going on and actually is trying to get rid of chronic disease and actually get to the core of figuring out why is this happening in all these people's bodies? Why after years, if no matter what they do, are they not getting better? What is going on? What about people who don't even know any better? What about all the people who go to normal westernized doctors and don't even know about organic food or CBD products or so on and so forth? Why, something needs to massively change, and nobody right now is really doing that on the level that everybody knows about it. Like everybody knows about it to get to that core issue, because that is something that is massively missing, and that is what I'm creating, and that's the void I am trying to fill. So coming back to what I was talking about before with seeing all the suffering, it's just nobody deserves to suffer like that, and we need to be the biggest advocates in preventing this. We need to be the biggest advocates. Our medical system needs to try to shift that, change that, or we need to try to change that, and trying to not let people with all these chronic diseases suffer. Nobody with Lyme or ME or mold toxicity or people who break out all over their body and such, challenges with their own image. It's like there is a core issue to, there's a core thing that's going on to trying to help prevent that. And, me as a whole am trying to get to that and trying to do that and trying to change things on every level so people have somewhere to go, and it is as big as Amazon that everybody knows about it. So I'm, I don't feel like people should suffer, and I didn't want to suffer, and I didn't want to go through what I went through, but it's allowed me to do this, and that's essentially why I'm creating what I'm creating, and that's why I'm going to do everything I can to make this as big as possible, and I will make it as big as possible, and it will change the way we look at chronic disease and actually try to get to the core of it all. So this is the first of many videos with Begnosis. So keep watching, subscribe, share it with people. There's going to be advice, there's going to be information, and most of all, it's me, it's my duty, it's what I feel and why I'm creating what I'm creating, to try to get to the core of changing all this, trying to make our lives, make the world's lives better, make people who suffer not suffer so much, and raise awareness and create wellness. So follow us on YouTube, the Begnosis channel. Okay, take care.